Ozbot.
Hi, everybody. Hello. I'm going to grab my apron because I'm going to do some dirty stuff today.
He's not awake though. He's not tracking.
No, I don't think we've locked him. Here we go. Now he should be locked on me. Yeah. All right. Hello, Jordan.
First,
Who is that?
Natty Pan.
Nat Pan?
Natty Pan.
Natty Pan. Oh, you know, I haven't been in the shop in a while. I forgot how to put on my apron. This is like a terrible version of Mr. Rogers getting dressed at the beginning. He puts on his sweater and his sneakers. I'm just putting on my apron because I needs to put on an apron. Okay, so hello, Natty Pan, Scuba Steve, Dave Jennings, Michael J. Lassiter, Sean Fenner, John C., Edson Glutz, Hugo Cordialete, Chase Perry, Yo Lady Voice. Yo Lady Voice. Like, I want to say that like that. Hi. Hello. All right. We're going to be doing a variety of things today. So, variety is key. Will you follow me? Are you going to do your job, little guy? Okay. So right now we're making party decorations for a big party. For a really big party. So we're going to be doing a lot of those little type of things today. I've got to pour up some masks. I need to do that right now. They've got to go for 2 hours. So I cannot delay.
John Hayes says YouTube, Wednesday hello from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Hello.
June Ritchie says happy Friday, everyone. Diane Verval says hello.
Who
Jordan.
says? Oh, Diane says.
Diane Verval.
Okay.
Jordan Easel says I like variety. John C says I saw Shannon and Stacy on the carpetbagger walkthrough. Hey.
Hey. I was probably teaching a class or something. That's scary. You recorded a phone. I thought that they were
Dwelled, yeah.
How's the hair doing? You'll be a key player next week, buddy. All right. Yeah, so we're doing decorations for a bear dance gathering, which is should be fun. There's a whole week-long fundraising thing in Dallas that they do. So,
Hello, John.
I keep grabbing stuff and walking to the camera, forgetting the camera is following me. So, this is going to go on a wall. Can you see that that's a bear? Yeah, it's like a stylized tribal bear. So this is going to go on a big wall thing. That much of it is done. We haven't built the whole other wall yet, but we need it by Friday. Things are fine.
Next Friday.
Yeah, not today. The next
I
one.
was like, oh, it's going to be a long night tonight.
And I have to get this big palm leaf out of here because you have to juice it up.
Yeah, that one's already done. I've got seen it.
Are you sure? I don't think so. Which ones are done? Those are done.
Done buttered?
That's so nice and thin. I thought I would feel it. Like I don't feel the coating. Undone? Done? Stacy, come here and see if you feel a difference.
Okay.
The blind feel test. All right, now, I'm just saying. What's your ratio mix on that?
This is the
Someone else mixed it?
yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I would say very wonderful.
That's fine. It's
Hugo
supposed to be pretty-
Cordialete says fantastic. Anthony Saletti says good evening, everyone. Jennifer Pugh says hello. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh yeah, today you have Stacy and Hallie are with me. I think everyone else has tapped out or never tapped in.
Edson Glute says, okay, I'm back. Had to share the link with the kids who don't get the notifications. Ross Richard says, FYI, it's Keebweeb's birthday today. Oh my gosh.
Wow, maybe Keep Weeps will pop on. And we can say happy birthday.
John Hayes says, have you seen Horror Express? I just watched it. I've seen it when I was young. It scared me. I couldn't stop staring at people's eyes.
Yes, I saw Horror Express because we just watched that Tales from the Crypt, Dark Side?
Creep show.
Creep Show. We just watched the Creep Show series, and Horror Express is in that. I think it is.
David Quintana says, hello, Miss Stacy Allen. I cannot see who's in the background. My see you next Tuesday says, Hallie. My see you next Tuesday.
Word, okay.
Edson Booth says, Haley, hello, and Miss Stacy. You're 0 for 2 there, Edson. You spelled both of our names wrong. Adam Durbin says, hello, everyone. Cripps says, good evening. John C. says he's 40 again. Edson Glute says, I even sang the song.
It's fun to me that I'll reply to someone's email, and my signature's at the bottom, and my name is at the top. And in their reply to that, they will misspell my name again. But it honestly doesn't bother me if someone misspells my name. Then I can do without this makeshift thing.
Sean Fenner says, my birthday was yesterday, celebrating by getting over the post-TransWorld funk.
Several of my people came back with TransWorld Funk. I avoided it because I work instead of socialize all through TransWorld.
The call was coming from inside the house.
Did Drew got you sick?
No, Ivan got Leslie sick, and Leslie got Tony sick, and Tony got me sick.
I see.
John Hayes says, I'll be 55 March 25th. Ugh.
All right, for anyone who doesn't know, if you don't know how old I am, go ahead and guess in the chat. Go ahead and guess if you don't know.
Carrie Goff says, hello, everyone. I watched so many walkthrough vids of TransWorld on YouTube playing Spot Stilt Beast, and it was looking awesome.
Yeah, we brought some good costumes, I think, to the show. I feel good about what we brought.
Russ Drossi says, Alan, hello from Rush and Tasha from Pennsylvania.
From where?
Russ and Tasha from Pennsylvania.
Okay, hello, Russ and Tasha.
My see you next Tuesday guest 42. Yo Lady Voice guest 35.
You okay, Hallie? What's happening over there? You alright? Choke on a snack or something? Laughing her head off over there. Can't imagine. It's the fumes, right. Sure it is.
Ozbot's got that Dutch tilt happening.
So Hallie came with us for her last TransWorld.
What?
Yeah.
Jordan Easel says, I guess Faux Papa is 56. John Hayes says 52. Sean Fenner says, you're as old as your tongue, but not as old as your teeth.
Yes. Right.
Jordan Easel says, hi, Billy Creepish.
Hi.
Wave to the camera.
Ah.
Okay for the wrap
Mimi says, hey all, can't stay long. Guest acting at Disturbia at the moment. Just wanted to say hi and hope TransWorld went well.
That's awesome.
Congrats.
Yeah, Disturbia is a good show.
Atlas Paranormal says they're way kinder to you than people guessing my age when I'm Santa. Hugo Cordier
Well, Santa's a mythical being. Like, you should guess 200 or else you're insulting Santa.
Hugo guesses 55. Jennifer Pugh guesses 48. Edson Glute says, I'm guessing 46. And says, hello, hey, Haley. We're going to get you a big name badge.
No, literally.
Well, it's, if you don't know how to spell it,
Look, lost your...
like, that's a good guess. That blew my over.
People get A's they get A's.
You know, for kids.
Bird.
Ooh, Oswald's drunk. He's going for the ceiling. He's pining for the fjords.
Look at me.
John Hayes says, I forget what's with the masks on the wall with names underneath.
Okay. We have to send people like, hey, can you go grab this mold? And we have a lot of molds. A lot of them. So it's tough to, they don't know. They don't know which one is which. So now they can come into this room and go, you want that one? And we're like, yes, that one? Yes. And then they go get it. So,
Jordan Easel asks, when did... well, now they're getting creative. When did Hallie earn her nickname, and is she actually a Billie Eilish fan?
someone on here made up that nickname.
Yeah.
Was it Edson? Did Edson say Billie Eilish first?
I don't
Someone
know.
did.
But I love the nickname very, very much. Billie Eilish is cool. The music's cool.
There you
yeah.
go. David Quintana says, well, I'm 65, so I won't guess. Edson Glute says, I've recently acquired a Krampus from Spirit. How hard would it be to copy or to make the face hard plastic versus the latex it is now?
You could paint it with resin, that would do a decent job. The sculpt on it is not so much where an overcoat would kill too much detail. So you could do that. Or just sculpt one, mold it in silicone, and pour up a resin copy.
Oh, speaking of silicone, Alan,
Yeah.
the second silicone gnome. Yeah, not gnome.
Red cap.
Second silicone
that
red
thing.
cap.
Yeah.
I don't need that till like 5 o'clock tomorrow, right?
Correct.
Great. It's
That-
on my radar.
Okay, as long as it's on the radar.
That Halloween house says, hi y'all, hey, this isn't YouTube Wednesday. Glad that TransWorld went well.
This is live. This is still Beast live.
But we usually do go live on Wednesdays.
Oh, we do normally go live on Wednesdays. That's right. I just do what they say.
Listen, YouTube Wednesday, just the name of the show.
Right. It's actually YouTube whenever.
Yeah. John C. says, time to get new filters. Silly eyelash is getting too much fumes. Edson Glute says, I don't think it was him, but maybe. Caroline Boland says, hi everyone. Carrie Goff says, I guess younger than me, and that's all I'm saying. Edson Glute says, thanks, resin it shall be. Jennifer Pugh says, lol, sculpt it, mold it, no big deal.
That's, well, see, you don't want to steal from them. And if you took a mold of something that they made, then you'd be kind of stealing.
So you'd be stealing from whoever Spirit Halloween stole it from.
No, literally.
Right. Well, they have a license for it, see?
Not always.
Well, in this case, they do.
Jordan Easel says, oh, the suspense is killing me in 1 minute increments. What's faux papa's age?
Oh, pretty sure I'm 48.
You're a year older than Tony,
I was born in July 1976.
and Tony is 7 years older than me, and I will be 40 in July. So maybe you turn 48 this year?
My birthday is in July.
Yes.
I was born in 1976. But What year is it?
2024.
Alexa, what is 2024 minus 1,976?
2024 minus 1,976 is 48.
So I will be 48
In July. There you go.
47.
Edson Glute says, but I wouldn't be selling anything. RE copying. We
That's
got
true.
some chunky
But you
bits
don't
there.
have reproduction rights. Set this aside. What's a bag?
You got some distance on that. Jennifer Pugh says, I win.
Was a quality sploosh.
Sean Fenner says, 3 years younger than me. Edson Glute says, wait, so you're 47. I was right. Jennifer
But
Pugh
it's-
says, you said 46. We both win.
It's I'm considered a low years, high mileage vehicle. That's how that works.
Sames. Jordan Easel says, we overestimate.
It happens. It's the full gray beard, which I did not have until I met Hallie.
What?
That amount of drama near me grayed my beard.
What? did you
Nothing.
say?
Nothing.
Alan!
How's the fumes over there?
Alan Hobbs. The views, they taste great.
It's delicious.
Don't chew on the fumes.
They are thick enough you could bite.
Huh?
It's been a fumey
So they
day.
are thick enough you could bite.
We're heat carving pink foam in one side. We're
Oh, Ozbot is headed for the hills. I see you next Tuesday says, a squelch, perhaps? Carrigoff says, I was right, younger than me.
okay.
Edson says, send Pew 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 a pair of Stiltby sunglasses or a year supply of turtle wax.
I have to make Stiltby sunglasses.
Man, that was so crazy.
John Hayes says, are you feeling Irish today? Hence the green shirt.
This is a little known, but I wear a lot of color. I wear as few black t-shirts as possible.
I wear enough black t-shirts for the both of us.
Right.
David Quintana says, dirt is younger than me.
Not uncommon for me to bring in like 10, 15 t-shirts that I have just worn throughout the years. And then, because who doesn't get like 20 new t-shirts at transfer, you know?
That was good this year. I only got 4.
Right.
Jordan Easel says, anyone else getting a serotonin overload?
I don't know serotonin, but I hear she's nice.
Edson Glute says, just sculpt them, mold them, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Listen, a man can do it, so how hard can it be?
Boil them, mash them, stick them in the stew.
Oh, captions. Said, I see you next. Boiler mash, I'm sticking the soup.
Oh, caption, my caption.
Oh, caption, my caption.
I had to memorize that for a whole month.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it stick?
It didn't really stay. No.
Edson Glute says, the werewolf one was best, and it was gray.
There was another one that I remembered from Poe, and they would, because I would say them in the same cadence, they had like the same rhyme structure,
Yeah.
they just blended together horribly in my brain.
Yep. They're getting the up close and personal view. Diane Verval says, even you can't say no to them. Edson Glute says, gray shirt, by the way. Maybe it says great shirt. Ah, I see your hearts flooding in. Don't forget to drop that thumbs up
Dem hearts though.
on the vidya.
Okay, I have 5 masks poured up. Alexa, countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy New Year!
Alexa, countdown. 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
That's includes glurt, glurt, glurt. Sean Fenner says, Stacy, I know you told me at TransWorld, but I forgot. How can I get a Dark Hour t-shirt since you didn't have any left in my size? Shoot us an email to stiltbestudios@gmail.com and Shannon will get on you for that. Edson says the werewolf was on a gray shirt. Oh, the werewolf shirt that you wore was the best one. I guess that's, I'm backtracking this conversation with Edson.
Is that the... Okay, I have a werewolf shirt that says only fit when the moon is lit, and it's got a picture of a werewolf on it. I think that one... I have a lot of werewolf shirts. I have a lot of Beastman shirts, a lot of werewolf shirts, and a lot of Stilt Beast shirts. Shirps.
It is a little fumey in here, guys.
Them shirps, though.
Them sherps, though. Angie Rogers says, what up?
So this is the belt to our night costume. Does this look ridiculous? Am I too close?
No, you're good.
Just think it's fun, detailed.
Jennifer Pugh says, I thought you dwelled for 2 hours.
If these were masks, yes. Tomorrow we have an airbrush lab, and we're going to use these as a for them to just practice airbrushing, so they don't have to be as thick as a regular mask. And I'll probably give them a little spritz of spray foam to stiffen them up.
Zhuzh 'em up. Edson Glute says, nope, the one I made for you. If you can be a werewolf, then be a werewolf.
Yes, yes. Yes, I have that one. You can be anything you want. Wait,
If you be yourself, unless you could be a werewolf, then be a werewolf.
it's something like that.
Yeah.
It is very funny.
Jennifer Pugh says, WWE belt is definitely a title holder. David Quintana says, the belt turned out great, ties the costume together.
Oh.
When you were going live on Facebook, I made you shirts out of sheer frustration. Because all your cool
Because
print
they were all
shirts
backwards, and you made me a couple. I wore them on a couple of them.
Yeah, that have backwards.
One I wore after I was correcting it,
Yeah.
so that it was backwards. And they were like, you need to reverse your screen. I'm like, no, I don't.
No, I don't. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay.
You got felt stuff?
Those-
that needs
oh,
to be
yeah, we have-
covered?
We have.
You got palm fronds. Such fronditude.
You know how like Gen Z people say heard when they hear something and understand?
Mm-hmm.
Do they do that in all the senses, like felt?
I don't know. Ish.
Seen, saw. Wait, okay. So heard is past tense, right?
Correct.
I heard.
I'm sorry.
Heard is past tense, and so it would be saw.
I guess
Seen,
both of those are the past tense of saw of
see.
see. Yes. Listen.
There are fumes.
There are a lot of fumes. John Hayes says, seen in news that Disney stopped allowing disabled people to cut in line because non-disabled would have kids, I guess, in disabled motorized chairs. I don't. Ozbot rolled its eyes. Ozbot, buddy, wake up. It was like, I can't even. Is it because it's turned around all the way? So like, when it
Turn around,
when it chases you, it's reached the range of its motion. Little buddy. Little buddy. Hang tight, friend. You're gonna go on a walk.
Yeah, we're going on a tour.
This is Blair Witch mode.
Not eat while watching movies. We did it.
Huzzah! Careful, there's some little bits rolled up in there.
I'm going to unroll this very carefully.
Jennifer Pugh says, TransWorld really revved me back up. I've got food simmering, but I'm going to work on my pumpkin creeper head and pour up some Nightmare Maker skulls. I got my foam from Biddy delivered today. Woo!
That is great. Yes, TransWorld is very good for kicking you in the motivated. This droid has got a bad motivator.
Just as a reminder, tonight we're going to wrap our live a little early, and we will be going live on Patreon right after this. So as soon as we wrap up here, we'll make a new live stream. It's going to be a private link only for our paid Patreon members, and we're going to post it in Patreon. You can open it from there and join us for the last chunk of the show. Your Patreon PSA. And now, back to Hallie. What doing, Hallie?
I'm putting this.
When you get to the monkey, I want you to do the monkey on a light round too.
Okay.
I'm doing little palm tree leaves that we were keeping on this dance video.
How do palm tree leaves go again?
Like this. I'm putting this primer on there, which is just contact cement and lighting before we spray paint them.
Getting them buttered.
If any of us are slurring, it's because of the xylem.
Sorry.
John Hayes asks, have you ever been asked to make a sculpture for a parade float?
Yes, I have done several parade floats. Are the black bear parts in here?
Yes.
Wonder where those could be.
It should be in the file.
I might have gone with wheat. I knew it did.
If not, I will go back down to the laser, but I did cut them.
Ah! We black bear bits.
Actually, quite small black bear bits.
Wow, what a difference that made. Can they see this? It will tilt back up to my face.
I'm just gonna a little bit.
So here's, can they see that?
Yeah, they can see it. It's sort of under the logo a little bit.
Okay, so with the
It's
nose
felt, it should stick okay.
up here, it looks like a cartoon bear. But if I just move the nose down to here, it looks more like a realistic bear. And that's so funny that so little would do that much for it.
John Hayes says Alan needs a golf cart to drive around this big shop.
Many people here have scooters, and they will ride their little scooter back and forth.
You did have me price a Segway.
That was for a project.
Oh, okay. Carrie Goff says, bear.
That bear go.
Dem bears dough. Oh yeah, they can see it much better now. Yeah, our further down the road computer goals are definitely to get one that will accommodate having wireless mics for everybody, so that we
I
can
think this one can.
not at the same time as 3 cameras.
Ah. It would if we used one of those little media boxes like I have in my office.
Yeah, it probably would. That was the comment I heard the most at TransWorld was, when are you guys going to do something about that echo?
It's a big shot.
Are we allowed to tell them what the bear is for?
Sure. I kind of did.
Oh, okay. Sean Fenner says, if you put on a buckskin suit and let your hair down, you might look like Grizzly Adams.
That's possible.
Who's your Skinner? Is that your?
Yeah.
He's got like a trapper kind of.
I do have a buckskin outfit.
Grunge Haunt says, just joined. Am I in the right channel? This bear looks too cute for Stilt Beast.
This is a party decoration for a...
Different kind of bear entirely.
Right. It's still a bear, but there's a weekend here in Dallas where there's a lot of fundraising. Decorations for a party. Big stuff.
Grunge Haunts, it was great to see you at TransWorld.
Grunge Haunts. We talked at the
Creeper meetup?
social mixed creeper meetup. Thank you for calling it a word.
Also, you guys showed up in force for the Creeper meetup. We had to have them bring in 2 more tables and a whole bunch of more chairs.
Who's there?
Just a cute little guy. John Hayes says, Alan, what's your favorite theater play of all time? I had the pleasure to see Phantom of the Opera. It was amazing. Stopped running after 11 years long in Toronto, Canada.
I don't. I don't really have one. Like that's not my forte. That's not something that I do. So. I've seen Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. I have seen Wicked, and I saw Jekyll and Hyde.
Putting a strong vote in for Evil Dead the musical.
When I was 20, maybe 21, but I think 20, I won a costume contest at Downtown Disney, and it was 2 tickets to New York. 2 plane tickets to New York, 2 tickets to Lion King on Broadway. I saw that too. And then 2 tickets to, I think the name was like Evita or something like.
Don't cry for me.
No, not Argentina. Little Africa Girl. The music was done by Gay Man with the Glasses
I
and
wrote it down.
the piano.
Elton John.
Elton John. Yes, he did the music for it. It wasn't big like they hoped it was, but
Yeah,
it was a Broadway production.
there you go.
I scalped those tickets to do something else. I didn't go to that one. I took my room in.
Carrie Goff says, I'm crazy about the brown bears of Brooks Falls, so I was very curious to see a bear on the desk. Okay, we're bears all up in here tonight.
So I am figuring out how flowers grow yet. I think I'm just going to have to.
I think these are mix and match flowers.
They are today.
Yeah. All of your stamens and pistils and all of that.
I have look-alike stamens.
Yeah.
Or on stamens different sizes by color.
I think you can mix and match.
I feel like these flowers get those leaves. I should not be doing this on a dusty shop table. I see 3 types of flower.
I believe so. There's like clearly a hibiscus and then 2 others.
One day you'll find it. It's clearly
Hibiscus.
hibiscus.
Lovers, the dreamers, and me. La, 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 la.
As soon as I sing that part, I've exhausted all of my knowledge of the words. I know he's sitting on a log. That's what I know.
Laura Kirchwell says, "You all rock. You rock, Laura."
Hello, Laura Kirchwell.
Hi, Laura. John Hayes says, "You have big enough space to build Jack and the Beanstalk."
Yes. I have a partial beanstalk in the other room.
It is known. Is it made out of pool noodles?
It is made out of pool noodles. Oh, this is like memory.
Pick one. Damn, now I have rainbow connections in my head.
Here to help.
Hi, Michael Lassiter. I don't think I said hello earlier.
Michael Lassiter.
We love that guy.
We do indeed.
Moderator extraordinaire.
These are McDonald's flowers. Let me show you my statement.
I was going to reach over there and help you, and I realized I'm not wearing gloves.
Where did these go?
I think also could go in the middle of a flower.
But all the stamens are yellow too,
Yes.
so you really wouldn't see them.
Like they were included in the file. I assumed they were a middle bit, what with their size and all.
Middle bit.
Ooh, ah, just a middle bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. They are very. Get in front of that camera.
So my brain forms odd associations.
These leaves are exactly Hallie sized.
Pretty close. Pretty close to half.
We're back to the outside. Weird associations
Yes.
in your brain.
And I forget what made me just think of that.
Was it the song lyric associations?
Now every time someone says "Let us pray," I think of MC Hammer because
Oh.
he had a song. You've got to pray just to make it today.
Yeah.
And now he is forever like Jesus and MC Hammer. I sort of melted in my mind from a painting at my grandmother's house to that video.
Yeah. Also, you can't touch this. So.
Yeah, right. Oh, you are stamen crazy. Oh wait, it's more flowers.
I was gonna say.
Sorry. I accused you.
Okay, I don't think I cut more than of one than t'other, but it's entirely possible I did.
Don't cut more than your fair share of things.
Well, Alex just brought us some more yellow, so it's not like we will be hungry for more options. Or space to make more options, I guess.
Should I get one of these little flowers with massive stamen?
Yeah. Bears will get it. Penny Norrell says, "Y'all are too legit to quit."
That flower's gonna walk.
Too legit.
No, you did cut two in saying I do not have
Okay.
as many.
Yeah, perhaps there were a couple of the pink flowers that didn't make it.
And I think I'm going to swap out this flower. He looks just ridiculous size skin.
Do it. Do indeed.
Normal size skin.
You don't want to give anybody a complex.
Right. Unnatural. We're cold in the blood.
The bar where this party is happening is like, it's pretty fun.
Have you been there before?
S4? Yeah.
Mhm.
Listen, when there's only like 2 gay bars in town and they close one,
You go to the other
you
one.
go to the other one.
Now, what is my most effective way of gluing this? Hot glue would be effective.
Indeed. But you want a clear or a
It would not leave a
non-black.
massive area of stickiness like the bear now has.
Yes.
I'm gonna go touch the bear and see if it's sticky.
Also, felt is very thirsty, and it will drink glue like it's going out of style.
Let me find its Instagram.
And you also want to be careful using hot glue on felt, because if you press it down too hard, sometimes it will soak up in and then will leave a dark spot on the top.
And we will not use hot glue. Sticky flowers it is. Sticky flowers was my dancing name.
John Hayes says, I think the theater play with the African girl was called Aida.
Yes, that was it. See why I said Evita?
Yeah.
It was similar.
So close. You know, you do have a lasered sheet right next to you that you could, were you so inclined, use to cover the flowers when you spray the stamen.
I'm going to pull off all the stamens, lay them out, and spray them. And I'm just going to mace down the flowers.
Do you have masking tape in here? That's going to make your life a million times easier.
For what?
To lay your guys on, because when you spray that, it's going to go whee, and they're going to run away.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm going to spray it in such a way where it only lands on these.
I believe you. Jennifer Pugh says, don't do anything interesting. I have to run downstairs. John Hayes says, bears are sticky with honey. Michael Lassiter, new t-shirt. I'm going to touch the bear. Sean Fenner says, sticky flowers. Wasn't she an adult entertainer?
I was offered a chance to punch a bear, and I declined. Because bears are really big.
It's true. Edson Glute says, and being Keith isn't around, you could glitter, said sticky flowers.
And not on his birthday. The bear may not have noticed that I hit him. That was the problem.
If you ever hit me and I find out about it.
And then we're going to put flowers over here. Birds.
See what I mean about some of the pink ones being fuzzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that pink is weirdly softer than the red.
And absorb the laser fire.
It did.
So if you need to beat a motion detector alarm,
Oh, I?
you take one of those real fluffy fleece blankets, you just hold it up and you walk, because the motion sensors work by bouncing off of
Oh,
you,
and it absorbs.
and it scatters it so much it doesn't ever get back to it. So
That's
the fluffy
delightful.
blanket will not set off a motion detector.
Noted.
Now I have contributed to your life of crime.
Time for crime.
If it's profitable, I would like 4%.
Noted.
5% is greedy. All right. We're doing leaves. We're doing flowers that go on leaves.
John Hayes asks, Alan, what would you tell your younger self?
Buy Amazon stock. Buy Apple stock. I'm pretty happy with my choices, so that's what you're going to get out of.
Buy a laser sooner.
I think that question is for people who, looking back, like have regrets. No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. All right, so now these flowers, now I can match up these flowers with stamens. Oh, stamens weren't painted yet.
They were not. All dusty, dusty. It's funny because this is such a me project. Like, it feels weird that you're doing it.
My assumption is that we will have more flowers to do.
I suspect that's true. I have done so many little felt things. We used to make Christmas stockings. My grandmother made Christmas stockings, and when she couldn't make them anymore, I made them for the family. So anytime anybody new showed up, they get a Christmas
Okay,
stocking.
but that's only when someone new shows up.
Yeah.
What's the turnover rate in your family?
Well, you know, there was like 13 grandkids, and people got spouses and new spouses and kids from said spouses, and
Ah, gross.
yeah.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, listen. And tree skirts in the same variety. I made a grumpy cat Christmas stocking in felt for Farah. 1980 says, FYI, Korea is now the most popular country. It has the most fans. And Germany has the worst foods. Oh, 1980. John Hayes says, Alan, stress or anxiety, you probably don't have much, since you are enjoying what you love to do. So how do you deal with deadlines?
I do, most of my stress is deadlines or budget induced. So I do have it, obviously. I think I deal with it, I'm learning to deal with it better. Before I just held on to it and it made me sick.
You're learning how to rest.
Not last October, but 2 Octobers in a row, I was hospitalized like the first week of October for stress exacerbated injuries. So, yeah. What was the question?
How do you deal with deadlines?
You form a plan, and then you adjust the plan as necessary as the deadline approaches.
Melissa Lair says, what up, creepy friends?
Hello, Melissa Lair.
Hi, Melissa. Ooh, you guys, we're bringing Melissa out
I
in
wish I
July.
had a lighter. Because I think it would just take, do you think a heat gun would take care of these fuzzies? Is felt still rabbit fur, or is it something else?
I think it's synthetic, but you
Okay.
have a heat gun, and we have so much more felt.
I would feel better about this if I knew like 30 rabbits had died to make this happen.
We did get some actual wool. The dark green, that's actual wool.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah. So there's been at least some
Wait, sheep don't die. Unless you really do it wrong.
some animal impact. Don't worry about it.
Sheep was mildly inconvenienced for you to have this fabric. Oh, right.
Sometimes
It
they
was
got
cold for 2 days.
They got nicked sometimes. And Melissa Lair says, danger days in July. Oh yeah. You guys. It's gonna be exciting.
We made flurs.
We're gonna make stuff, but small. Tiny stuff. Just some little stuff.
Okay, now that this is done, where do I put it?
Flip that over.
It'd stay on better if I didn't flip it over.
That's true. Now that you've glued them to the table.
It could be glued to the table without me having to glue it.
That is true. There could have just been glue on the table. The risk is not zero. Put your hand down in a puddle accidentally. Ah! Got to catch up with Melissa a little bit at the ball at TransWorld.
Hooray.
And with Courtney and Mike with their really awesome haunt costumes. Well, let me tell you, talk about being a different person in costume. Mike,
Yes.
wow,
Yeah.
amazing. Like, he rocked it.
I'm getting a heat gun. I'm gonna shrinky dink some felt.
Shrinky dinks.
You hand me a heat gun? Why they're both on there at the bottom of that thing, I have no idea.
Who knows? It was for convenience.
Luckily, I saw them as opposed to go looking where they're supposed to
They were.
go. Or maybe these are the ones that shoot fire?
We're gonna find out. Little buddy.
Hey, stop following me. Rage quit.
He rage quit. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, maybe we crack one of these doors.
This does clean up the fuzz.
Good to know.
I'm just going to test the corner of this. This is your stain. This is your stain on drugs.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Can I get both of you? There we go.
So this is a good way to firm up the stamen if we need to.
Noted.
This is
Yeah, it's polyester. You heard that too, right?
what?
Boom boom.
Yeah.
Cool. Escaper. Got it. 1980 says the first alchemist to work with gunpowder is closely tied to summer. Silly Zombie 666 says no fire in the workshop. Not tonight.
I guarantee nothing.
Not so far tonight. Dead End Yard Hunt says, why are you work so late at the office?
There's just stuff that has to be done.
Ah, I see. Some are here, over there, some are over here. Jay Webster, 357, says, yay, I finally caught alive. It's been a while.
Hello.
Get an Alex. Oh my
A
God.
wild Alex appears.
We've had a casualty.
Oh no, what happened? Wow, it snapped off. I'll show the camera. Where is it? There.
AlexBreaksTools.com.
Oh my gosh, what were you trying to chop?
Just a little flower still.
Oh no. Yeah, that requires some bigger chompers.
Apparently.
Not the nippers.
They were my favorite ones.
Were they the good ones or the ones that
Yeah.
have already been? Oh
They were the good
no. That's tragic.
Where did you get these from?
I'll get you another set.
John Hayes says felt can be natural fibers, wool, animal fur, or synthetic fibers, petroleum-based acrylic, or acrylonitrile, or wood pulp-based rayon. This is all definitely polyester.
Be acrylic?
It could be acrylic, but it's from Joanne, so it probably isn't.
Whatever is cheap.
That's true.
Wait, it worked on all the other flowers. How was I supposed to know
Where do you
it?
want it cut?
Right there. I didn't know these flowers were made of
My
rebar.
see you next Tuesday says it's Alex.
That's not a nice rod in there.
Silly Zombie 666 says it's not that late. It's only like what 5:45 in Texas. Yeah, it's actually 7:45 here. Kara Goff says, "Oh no, not the favorite snips."
Them snips though.
1980 says relabeling Super 77 as spray deodorant is a terrible April Fool's prank. Just saying.
Or Aquanet.
Aquanet. Are we now into experiments in heat forming?
We are.
Nice. It's not going to be a silicone red cap, is it? It's going to be a felt one. Calling it now. Calling it now.
I think it will look cool.
Well, he used to make a silicone red cap. But right now we're playing the experiments in heat forming game with felt. And so as I'm calling it now, it's going to be a, a felt red cap, not a silicone one. I feel like it's been a while since we had some quality let's play with materials time in the shop that wasn't like I was too slow. The 1980 says flammables near heat guns. Now we wait. Shannon asks Stacy, ask Alan how much distilled water for the class tomorrow. Is a gallon enough?
2 gallons.
2 gallons. John Hayes says, I'm surprised making chainmail by hand that I haven't broken a tool.
Chainmail by hand.
Chainmail by laser? Big fun.
Right.
Does it weld?
Yep.
Wow. Fun new techniques. Make it a kick-ass mask.
I don't want it to end yellow.
Shannon says, on it.
Thanks, wife.
What class are you doing tomorrow, Alan? What class are you doing tomorrow, Alan?
I'm helping with the airbrush lab.
Hey, airbrush lab. What's our airbrush lab entail?
It is a most of the day class. So this one lines up with our St. Patrick's sleigh show. So they're actually all getting tickets to the show. So class ends at 4, hall opens at 7. They have time to grab a meal and then come back. If we want, they can watch some of our airbrush process.
John Hayes says Alan has no heat-sensitive hands when it comes to heat.
Yeah, they're. I don't feel it like I should.
You were doing pool noodle welding. He's like, you just hold it right here. And I'm like, in front of the heat gun? He's like, yes, exactly. I'm like, oh.
Oh, that works.
I'd like to keep some feeling in my fingers.
like object.
A. It looks like cheese.
I ran across an Instagram account which is just people throwing slices
Cheese
of
on
cheese
babies?
on animals' heads
Oh no!
and babies'
Just
heads.
say babies is way
It's
better.
cheese on heads.
Cheese on head.
I don't think it's called cheese heads. I forget what it's called, but that was the whole channel.
Just eating cheese.
Yeah, cheese eater.
Cheese eater. Yum.
I was gonna eat some cheese, but then I got high. Then I got high. It does look like cheese.
It does look like cheese.
Okay. So,
Some lightly melted cheese.
you can make a mask out of felt. That's interesting.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
You could even like cut out a pattern with a laser and then lay it over it.
Oh yeah. It bonded pretty okay.
Bonded great.
Nice. John Hayes says Alan's motto: "Do as I say, not as I do."
Yes. Yeah. So here's the bond test.
No. Feels like. I'll let it cool before I try and peel it. Sean Fenner says, looks like a yellow version of Mushmouth from the Cosby Kids cartoon. 1980 says, we need to order a Dr. Fate mass off Wish. Karagoff says, it really does look cheesy. John Hayes asks, can you wet mold them?
If you did, you couldn't heat bond it.
That's pretty on
It's
there.
together.
That's pretty together. The spot where it got the most melty definitely is
Yeah.
holding the best, but yeah, that's interesting. Now we have new things to ponder.
Okay.
Get your taters.
Alexa, how much time is left on my
Taters and
timer?
rice on.
You have 17 minutes left on your 1 hour timer.
It's Friday night
Were
snack.
there any more flowers cut?
There were not. This was the race to 6:30. I cannot both go live and laser.
You tell a story. I am going to take those down to the laser so they don't stay in the shop.
Hello, Patreon. No, we're not to Patreon. Listen, there's a lot of fumes. Did I mention there's a lot of fumes?
I'm so sorry.
It is totally not your fault. Like, we didn't come up with this project.
Okay, you can play.
The reason there's a lot of fumes in the shop tonight, YouTube, there we go, is because Hallie is coating all of those giant leaves that we showed you earlier with a mix of contact cement and xylene to seal them before we paint them. Because EVA foam, even really nice fancy EVA foam, which this is very thirsty, and it will drink adhesive, it will drink paint. It wants to, because it's foam, and so it wants to suck all of that in there. We want a really good surface for things to bond to. We want to get it really well primed first. The downside of that is that the contact cement and xylene mixture is fragrant, and there's a yeah, Hallie's been in it for a while today. We've been marinating in laser fumes and contact cement and xylene fumes, and now sprays, Super 77 spray glue fumes. It's quite themey. We did crack a door, which is, we have a lot of space in here, but I would say, but it also is a little chilly.
Yeah, like I put on the onesie earlier.
Yeah, she had to get her squirrel suit on because she was too frozen. Me, on the other hand, I'm sweating over by the laser. I'm in the area where all of the electronic controls for the building are.
And machinery.
And it's so warm over there. It's very warm compared to the rest of the building, which has lovely air conditioning. Now Dad's back. We're gonna go back to the Oslo. It wasn't really a story. It was an explanation of why we're high.
There is a drawer full of safety equipment, masks. Anyone who wants to wear them can. I swear. Just gotta blow the dust off of them. Go on.
1980 says Super 77. You can taste light. John Hayes says open shop door. Yes, we got the shop door open. It is getting less fuming in here.
Super 77 is calm compared to some of the stuff.
Oh yeah.
What Hallie's using right now is xylene and contact cement mixed together.
Sean Fenner says hopefully OSHA doesn't watch these videos. This isn't even the weirdest thing we've done. William Eleftheriou? How long until felt and spray foam are combined in some new experiment?
Just now, like you just saw that.
Spray foam.
Oh, spray foam. Felt might be a good liner for the inside because
Yeah.
you may not want spray foam right up against your skin.
Not a bad plan.
Okay, so these guys are dry. How many more do you have left?
3? 4? As many as there are in that pile.
There's 4.
Are you doing both sides at once or just one side?
One side let it dry over there, and then another, and then whenever it's like
Dries pretty fast.
Yeah. So there's like 2 over there that I can go ahead and like do the other side of.
Okay.
Where this one's done.
Natty Pan says, oh my, I'd have to wear my respirator, which I would bring with me if I ever visited your studio. And it's not terrible. Have some more self-preservation than we have.
Well, and not every day is like, today was a rough day.
Yeah.
Because we were heat carving foam.
Oh, and then Jake
pink
blew up a
styrofoam.
thing.
What?
Jake blew up a thing.
What did Jake blow up?
The drill?
Oh, yeah. We had a drill die in a glorious fashion today. Lots of smoke. It released the magic blue smoke, so it'll never work again.
And I had a brief moment of panic because Hallie was over there with me by the laser, and I'm like, it smells like laser fire is happening. Like, but the
Big
thing
foam?
no, I was still on coroplast, I think, at that point. And I'm like, it shouldn't be smelling like this. Like, I'm not seeing any fire in here. And I'm starting to freak out a little bit. And yeah, and it was coming from down here.
God, it was Chris and, oh, it was up here?
It was Jake. He was over
Oh,
here.
okay.
It made it to that side of the building.
Can I just standing here because I'm waiting to pour those masks out?
How much time do we have left?
Like 10 minutes.
Alright. 1980, John Hayes says, when you all start laughing uncontrollably, sign to get out of the shop quickly. See, that is a bad sign because generally speaking, we're hilarious.
Every now and then we do just laugh uncontrollably.
Yeah. 1980 says, new edition of Shaking Hands with Danger, Still Be Studio. William Eleftheriou blew up a thing. Natty Pan, me bringing my own respirator means I'm here to play. There you go.
Hooray. Yes, if someone visits, I put them to work. That's just how it goes.
It is known.
Yes.
Are you seeing if they're dry or seeing if they're covered?
See which side is better. I know the top of this one is. I just can't remember. Did you say the top side of this one feels like it?
I think the bottom of this one is better to make it a top, isn't it?
Okay. Flip this one.
Yeah, some felt though the color will rub off
Yeah.
on you, on your skin. I lined the mask one time with green felt because I had it laying around, and I was green after I took that mask off.
Carrie Gunn says, I line a lot of my old-fashioned masquerade style felt masks with felt. It's a nice finish. Michael Laster says, at least you're not fiberglassing. John C says, do you need a fire extinguisher hanging by every doorway?
We pretty much have a fire extinguisher by every doorway. We have 90-some fire extinguishers.
You're well prepared. So, for those creepers who are not able to join us at Post-TransWorld. What did you teach this year? Some classes?
See, once I
You purged all
let
that
that
info already?
information out, it is out. But, okay, let's see. The first class that I taught was on how to make your haunted house memorable using tactics and neural pathways and chemistry and the easiest to remember shapes, the easiest to remember scenarios, that kind of stuff. So that is my first class. My second class was on acting, and it was how to get the best work out of new actors or actors who are hard to place. They're not in the right spot. Is it 8 o'clock?
Tis.
You leaving?
Tis.
Is that one? Is it 8 o'clock? Someone waiting for you out there? What? Okay. Work till 8.
So that was your first class.
No, it's my second
Second
class.
class.
And then third class was 61 and 60, which was 61 tips to supercharge your haunted house. I taught with Ben Armstrong, John McLomboy, and me. So that was the 3 of us. And then I taught another class. That was fun also. I forget what it was on. And then I was at State of the Industry, so I'm on the HAA board, so I was there for that. Yeah.
Karagoff says, I only use white felt, mind you. Michael Astor says, like Shannon isn't on top of the fire extinguishers being in place and ready. Oh, yeah.
She read it. All right, so
Is your bear medallion new?
this is great, but I'm going to do that on it,
Okay.
and I have to get foam from up there, which I can't get down until
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Ivan's going to get me big foam chunks down.
Did he get you the sheets down already?
No, he did not. If he did, I would have something to do. But
So the other piece that came out of that in the lasering is that circle with a bear-shaped hole in the middle of it.
right.
Do you want to do something with that? Or is it just a bear-shaped
Would
piece
you
of
do me a
trash?
favor while is the laser still on?
Yes, but it's not plugged into anything.
The laser's there's no computer because you have the laser computer.
I have the laser computer.
So
we
you
cannot
can't.
both go live and laser.
Okay. So the next time you're at the laser,
Okay.
I need a vinyling helmet cut
I can do that.
because we're going to use the vinyling helmet and its accoutrement pieces for the Vine Beast,
Okay.
and we'll cut out the face bit, and we won't put on the skull bit, and we'll do face makeup.
Nice.
That way it's fancy.
Very cool. Very cool. Jennifer Pugh says the 61 tips class was a hoot. I took the remembrance one too. We took lots of notes. I really pay attention to colors now.
Colors are important.
John C says every material Stacy touches is felt. But unless I'm wearing gloves. Other notable TransWorld exciting things. You got to do the ribbon cutting with the Make-A-Wish guy, Cannon.
Yes. Well, okay, let me talk about something. Kind of mad at TransWorld.
Oh, I?
Yes, because I feel like we were our most disorganized this year than we have been in years.
Correct.
But we brought some of our best stuff,
We did.
and we got pictures of all of it before we left.
Yeah, we finished with enough time.
Like, we got really good pictures of everything here in the haunt, in good lighting, and then it immediately went onto the truck, which was waiting outside. But we've never gotten pictures of it before the show. So now I have to just be unorganized every year.
No.
To make sure that happens.
Hard
again.
no.
That's the way that we should do it.
No, pass.
That's
Hard-
what we learned.
Hard pass. No, what we learned is we need better organizational structure.
Maybe,
That's-
maybe not.
That's what we learned.
Because we did good.
Yeah, but like, think of how much better that could have been if we weren't frantic scrambling to get it finished at the end. Like, I would not have had to have been hand sewing things in my hotel room at the booth because we
Yeah,
needed
but
to
in
make,
all honesty, we didn't do it like we did it last year either.
we didn't do
because
it like we did it last
We
year.
did not, this year, I don't think anybody stayed past like 10 p.m.
Well, I mean, I think you had a couple of nights.
I had a night that I was here really late, but that was me on purpose. I wanted to be here late
Yeah,
doing it myself.
yeah. I mean, we definitely had some 14-hour days.
And I needed that night to get my hands on things because
Yeah.
I've been so busy in the front office.
Yeah. I think Shannon says Stacy is right.
Can you block that last comment, please? Just block
I
that
will
last
not. I
comment.
know what side my bread's buttered
Yeah.
on.
But no, the amount of I'm happy with our stuff at the show
Yeah.
was pretty high.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I was saying. I said, how dare us? How dare we have
Yeah,
made something
it
this
should
good?
not have been as
It
good as it
shouldn't have
was.
been as good as it was, and it was.
That's a repeated comment. That's obviously a spam bot. Just go ahead and block.
Listen, we learned important lessons. This was an important lesson learning TransWorld.
So as we're loading, there was a trailer stolen from the back of the haunted house. Last, April, May, something like, it was a while ago.
Post last TransWorld.
Yes. And the night that we're loading up, we find out all of our TransWorld tables were in it and all of our foam flooring. And I thought it was empty. Our foam flooring was in it, so we had to buy foam flooring in St. Louis for the booth, which was not the plan. We had to pay for tables. And what you rent a table for there, you could buy 2 tables. That's what's frustrating.
Michael Astor says, "Look, I love you, Alan, but there's no way I'm putting Shannon in timeout." The
Okay,
mutiny.
that's.
But no, it was a learning
But
experience.
no, it's crazy how well it turned out.
Yeah.
And it was panic, get to the show. Oh, it was pretty good.
Yeah, as it turns out, like it did great, and we learned important things in that people are excited about the UV stuff that isn't clowns, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
We learned that even a weird gnome will sell.
This is the first year that we brought a costume that I hated up until the moment it got to the show floor. I thought I hated it up until it got to the show floor, and then I was certain that I hated it. Our goth gnome, emo gnome, it doesn't even have a name because we haven't.
Toxic gnome.
There's nothing toxic about it.
It was frothing UV goo at the mouth, and it had spirally crazy eyes.
Green
It was a
drooling
drug
gnome.
gnome.
I did it.
Yeah, the spirals looked great.
So I was not a fan of it. And I didn't like it so much. I bet Rue a steak dinner because this was Rue's idea, that it wouldn't sell. I said, if we sell more than 2, I'll buy you a steak dinner. And if we sell 0, then you have to buy me a steak dinner.
Melissa Lair says, chaos brings innovation. It also makes everyone very tired.
I'm buying Rue a steak dinner.
Yeah. Sean Fenner says, I know you change out witches at dark hour. What are your ideas for future witches?
I can't tell you. I can tell you. I want to do a Olmec, a Mesoamerican witch is probably the next one that we'll do, because I want to do like temple ruins, and I want to do jungle, and I want to do, vines and foresty stuff. Well, not forest, but animals. I sculpted a jaguar mask like
Aztec Jaguar.
4 years ago, maybe. It was a while. An Aztec jaguar mask. I've never made one. Like, I've never finished one.
Alexa,
Oh, look,
stop.
it's time to pour out molds. I've never finished one because I have the mold for it, But I'm gonna have all kinds of. They had Jaguar. What are you doing? They had Jaguar warriors, and were Jaguars were a thing. So
Karagoff says the photos I saw were awesome. Chase Perry says that orangutan was awesome.
you know what? Next year we're actually gonna have it in the dark zone,
Yeah.
and you'll really see the full glory of the orangutan.
I'm glad we brought that picture. Like,
Yes.
that was helpful. As my see you next Tuesday says the gnome had too many mushrooms.
Yes. That is how it felt. We're going to get the rights.
Yeah. John Sheffield asks, have y'all? We have.
John, I think that you gave us what we call in the industry a sentence fragment.
This is the Jones eye view of the operation.
I have no idea what that looks like, but that's what we have.
It's the top of your head. Dead End Yard Hunt says drone cam. Scorch.
There we go.
Yeah, I think really the production time frame was not the problem. It was the planning time frame. We needed more time to plan.
We should have had a plan before we started production.
Yes, and we didn't.
No.
We just started producing. It worked. Dang it.
And that's what's frustrating.
Yeah,
We should be punished for that.
and we weren't.
No.
Only self-flagellation. Sean Blair says that sounds cool. Any thoughts on a technopathic witch or a cyber witch, one who controls technology?
Well, we have what we call the steam-powered witch, which is actually Victoria Frankenstein, who is the closest. I don't want to. At one point in time, we had a Chrono King, who was from the future. He was a warlock from the future, but no. And I don't want to go into modern times. I want us to pretty much stay really dark fantasy here at Dark Hour. So,
John Sheffield says it's supposed to be hay. Autocorrect strikes again. John Hayes says use antlers as a primer.
done that.
Cat Swift asks, curious, how many times is a bucket tipped over and latex all over the floor?
Depends on who's working. Stan was a champ at knocking over molds and buckets. I bet he did it 5 times. Damn It Rob got the moniker Damn It Rob for a reason. He would dump over the occasional bucket. Rue will trip on any cord on the ground. That's what Rue does. He trips on cords.
That's why we have terrible cord management tonight. Rue's not here.
Yeah, and it's not a problem.
I felt safe. Just run it into the next one.
Yeah. Yep, Trump's no.
That is some chunky latex. Well, we're doing a thing this year too that we haven't done before, which is we're taking stuff to my app. And so we didn't do as much cash and carry. And previously that's been a big part of our frantic scramble is to have things to sell.
Which I actually want to up cash and carry for some of our other shows.
Yeah. Ted in our house says Rube is tripping. Paragon says, plus a techno witch might mess with your laser. Better not. Jennifer Pugh says, Stan has awesome socks though.
It's too big to strap to a shark's head.
Have to be a pretty big shark. Sure.
Yeah. Megalodon.
Cat Swift says, I miss Stan. He often felt like the adult in the room. That's true.
I miss Stan too. He just moved a little too far away for convenience's sake.
He did have awesome socks. I think that was y'all's doing. Y'all bought
No,
the
he
socks.
wore crazy socks and people started buying him socks.
Uh-huh.
I actually still have a pair of socks at the shop to give to Stan
Yeah, I think those are
the next
shirts
time I
too.
see him.
Just then?
But he was driving an hour and a half to get to me, and then he moved an hour further away. So.
And so we are unsupervised. I was about to like, oh, you're doing stuff. So what are we taking to Philly?
Because of the distance, we're not driving anything. So I'll probably ship a few boxes of some product, and but it'll mostly be a educational booth,
Nice.
talking about Monster Camp, talking about Airbrush Labs, talking about Haunter class, in order to push the YouTube channel. Yeah,
What's in Philly?
the East Coast Haunters Convention. Yes.
Ooh, the ammonia.
No. My ammonia.
She's a fragrant lantern.
It is. Okay, so the worst thing that we use is foam and fabric adhesive. When we spray it, the next day, I feel like I was run over by a steamroller. Like it hurts all of my joints hurt, all of it.
Jennifer Pugh says, can you remind me again about the humidity and expanding foam? I have the number 6 from Biddy, and it seems kind of sluggish. Should I use larger amounts? We just had a downpour yesterday.
Okay, don't foam when it's high humidity. You're going to get low yield. The drier it is, the better.
Okay. All three of these were taken here, have both sides done, drying.
Double buttered.
Okay. Did you get the other 6 that she cut and put over there by the laser? Just kidding. Enjoy your night.
And I'll see you at 8 something in the morning tomorrow.
Well, I'll probably be here about 7.
I will not. Where am I?
Wait, here comes the
Hold on,
drive-by
I'm not
canvas.
done. Hold on. I gotta put my things up and I'll say bye.
Okay.
I'm not ready to say goodbye.
I'm not.
Pretty good Marge Simpson I just did. I don't know
Yeah.
how that happened.
Jennifer Pugh says, Fred, okay, I think I was backwards on the humidity. Thanks.
Yeah, you want the closer to 0 humidity, the better. Okay. Old master drained, new master filled. You get a bucket lid. You get a bucket lid.
This little letter.
Don't let me forget this one. It's in a weird spot. No.
We'll just try not to forget.
And now you must tell your favorite TransWorld moment, because that's Tinkle.
My favorite TransWorld moment. All right. My favorite TransWorld moment this year was definitely the amount of people who showed up to the first year this year. I never know really how that's going to go, because it's on the internet. We were going to a convention, trade show, and there's a lot happening Friday night. Like there's a game that's going on. There's lots of events happening on Friday night, and so it was very heartwarming to see the amount of people who showed up to say hi to Adam and to say hi to us, and it was very cool. Yeah, we got that one. All right, say hi.
Good night, y'all.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Buenos nachos. But yeah, I think that was really good. Great to see some of the creepers that I've met before, some new creepers that I have not met before, and yeah, we had to keep bringing in more tables and more chairs because people just kept showing up. And that was being in a new place, in a weird spot. It was like a back elevator, Marriott, very strange. And the sheer volume of people who showed up. And crushing your head. Anyway, it was really great. So my favorite part was getting lost trying to find the people and running the video. Yeah, we ran into people in the elevator because we also didn't know where we were going. Like, I planned this event. You think I know where I'm going, but I did not. So yeah, that was my favorite part. Second favorite part was speaking with Melissa Lair on future YouTube expansion. I don't think most of the time.
You can talk about it.
Okay.
If you don't want to talk about it, then don't talk about
Yeah.
it. But
I wasn't sure if you wanted to interview with the.
you are on the back side of the microphone, by the way.
That's true. Hold, please. There we go. Maybe you can hear me a little better now. Sean Fenner asks, are you going to do another get-together at East Coast Haunters Convention? I couldn't make the TransWorld one because I was working the zombie events. I don't know that I'm even going to East Coast. I've been asked, so I don't know.
I think I'm bringing Robin Roode this time.
Sure.
That's who I think I'm bringing this time
I'm going to bring you the track.
because of what we're selling.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, does that mean we can't have a creepers meet up?
She's going to be on somebody else to get organized.
Right. So Stacy, talk to Shannon.
Okay. I will see what I can do.
I don't mind getting a room if people want to come and hang out and say hey.
Megan Darrer says, I can't wait to see you guys in Philly. I just can't get there until Sunday. Okay, Casper says, you can repeat everything that you said with no mic. My favorite part of TransWorld this year was definitely getting to see everybody at the Creepers meetup and the fact that we had to get like way more tables and chairs because so many people showed up. Like I never know how many people to expect for those, and it was a delight to have
Can you
enough
put
people.
iron-on interfacing on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure looked good on my hoodie.
It sure would. Let's get our Ozbot rescued from his perch.
Where's he at?
He's up here.
Oh yeah. Hi Ozbot.
Hi, Ozbot.
Sorry, buddy. Are you still following me? You are.
Hello, buddy. John C. asks, are Ruse bats for sale or were they for a custom order?
They were for an order, and we did have prices on them for ordering at the show. So I think Bug did a lot of the sculpting on those.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, Bug did a lot of sculpting. I ended up hairing them. Teddy painted them.
Group effort.
Yeah, everything is a group effort.
Bruce Juice 39 says, Alan, will you be attending any of the pre-haunt tours at East Coast?
I will be attending the Thursday pre-haunt tour for sure, and I may be attending, but if I can get tickets for the Friday tour, they're already sold out. And I don't want to try to pull any strings to get myself a ticket, but I have teaching a couple classes. I will just, if I this late, I will take, I'm sorry.
Cat Swift says it looked like a lot more folks than last year. It was. It was quite a bit more folks than last year.
It was, and that was actually very nice.
Yeah.
Got hit with a lot of amazing people stories and how what we do now and during the pandemic has affected their show and then in general. And sometimes, someone's going through something and we have all that content there and it's something that they can latch on to and focus on kind of positive message. And that just was reiterated in spades this show.
Big Dan Custom Art says, hi, Alan. First live in a while. Congrats on your steady growth.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Steady growth on my dancing as well. So if you see paint lines, I want it to be in the direction that the leaf would have.
Naturally going.
Yeah, growing lines. Some of these leaves have a growth spurt.
So while Alan is paintinating, I will tell you our exciting news. We are launching a new YouTube channel for one day. I mean, not in the imminent future, but within the next year, we are launching a new YouTube channel that will be for both making terrain and sets for tabletop role-playing games, and also will feature our tabletop role-playing game. We're going to play some D&D live on Patreon, and then condense that, film it and condense that down and release it on YouTube. And I think he finally liked a suggestion when I brought him.
I had an idea.
Yeah?
I had an idea of how to fix live D&D.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
How do you fix live D&D?
You roll 50 combat rolls before the game.
In advance?
In advance.
Okay.
They're rolled in advance.
Like portents?
Does that mean in advance?
That's a thing that wizards can do, where you have a number of preset rolls in
Just
advance.
You roll. Boom. Next one, next one, next one, next one.
Okay.
Whether it's an initiative, because you shouldn't know when you're rolling if you want to roll high or low.
Sure.
So, I guess you don't have any roll lows anymore, do you?
No.
Because before, in second edition, you wanted to roll under a lot of things. Now it's all over. But anyway, but if all the rolls are done ahead of time, then you can kind of see, and I'll even, DM will roll theirs ahead of time.
Sure.
So that, okay, this matches up to that, and then that will speed up combat immensely.
That's true. I mean, listen, I'm totally down to play with home rules. Like, this is your baby. We can do whatever. Anyway, we're gonna call it RPG eventually. Because eventually, after making a bunch of cool terrain, we're gonna play some D&D, and if you're watching the channel, it's likely that you would also like to play some RPGs after you make some cool terrain.
And I'm already making some miniature things, completely different scale for my action figure stuff. So.
And we're tying it into the Monster Museum. And I think it would be really cool to, if we release it the following year during fair season, if we release an episode every week or every other week, we could have a a featured exhibit at the museum that is the monster we fought that week. Cat Swift says, "Yippee skippy, that's what I started in before I went down the rabbit hole of latex and masks and molds and pool noodles and floor mats." I'm excited. This is all a giant ploy on my part to keep working here, because when Dimension 20 released their, or I guess when Dropout TV released their Dimension 20 documentary on Rick Perry, and everything in me went, how do I go work for him? Like, I want to do that, and that sounds amazing. How do I go do that? And then I was like, wait a second, no, we have all the things here. We could just do that here. How do we keep doing that?
I enjoy storytelling, and I have enjoyed D&D in the past. I played a lot when I was younger.
Yeah. Alan played with me once during the pandemic. I ran a one-shot that he hated.
I did not hate you.
I didn't think you did.
I was
Our player set was not his usual cup of tea.
right. It was, well, I think the book wants me to do this, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And that is not how I do things. Surprise.
Big Dan Custom Art says that was a great Beastman action figure build with the big arms.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, quadruped Beastman.
Melissa-
He's running all fours.
Melissa Lair says, so excited, it's going to get weird up in Dark Hour. Well, and I feel like this has fun crossover possibilities for nearly every avenue that we work in, because we could make the monsters live on YouTube for Still Beast,
Well,
or have that be YouTube Wednesday.
I could
for
also
Still Beast.
make the miniatures of haunt sets that I'm going to build. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
listen, I'm already a mile ahead of you on this. What I would really love to do is make some, possibly not in conjunction with this YouTube channel, but I would really love to make some Dark Hour sets as they exist currently in miniature and stat our witches. So you could have, you could fight, you'd have your players fight the witches, or fight with the witches as allies in Dark Hour like themed sets. Like, I think that would be super fun. And like, that's the thing you sell in the gift shop. Like, you could buy a whole packet or a whole flash drive that has all of the stats of the witches. I think that'd be kick-ass.
And a minion manual.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so in July we're flying, Melissa Lara is flying out, and she's going to help us do some building on some cool sets and terrain bits, and we may take a field trip out to Reaper Minis, and there'll be some 3D printing happening, and yeah, I think it's just going to be a really fun project. So that'll be, because it's so different from what we're already doing, it's going to be on its own separate YouTube channel.
A lot of times people don't like if you mix up your content too much, so that would have to be a new channel.
Yeah.
Like, that's why we have a live channel instead of just doing lives on the Still Be Studios, because I was going live really often and people didn't like that.
Big Dan Custom Art says, has anyone made it to the top of your monster face climbing wall next to you?
Luckily, no.
Yeah, those are all only barely on there.
That's a separate insurance matter.
Jennifer Pugh says, nerds! I'm just jealous I never got into D&D. Hey, it's not too late.
Yeah, you haven't done anything yet.
And the nice thing about doing it as RPGs eventually is that we're not limited to just D&D. We could play other systems. Melissa Lair says, I'm also suggesting a run to Meow Wolf Grapevine for inspiration. Oh, heck yeah, absolutely. I haven't been yet, and I would super love to.
It's funny, like, I never need inspiration. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
what I need is time. That's
Yes.
what I need.
Yes. Need is a strong word for inspiration. But I want to go. Cat Swift says she doesn't play, she just makes the terrain. Like, to be perfectly honest, playing with minis and terrain and stuff is super foreign to me because I've almost never done it.
I normally have some kind of a mapping system for a battle,
Yeah.
and the last campaign I did, it was a big part of it was a siege.
Yeah.
So the whole castle was mapped out for the siege and what happens where.
I don't think it would be a terrible idea. It might be a little strange, but it might be super fun to, maybe not for the first game, but like later on down the road, do a super-sized battle set at action figure size.
Yeah.
Like do all of our minis at that scale. Karagoff says, very excited to see miniature build tips and secrets. In my case, I confess I'm thinking transferable skills for fascinator hats. True fact. True fact. I joined a bunch of terrain groups on Facebook, and there was one that was like, you have to post a picture of some of the terrain you've made in the first 24 hours of being in the group or we're going to kick you out. And I was like, well, I haven't actually made any terrain, but I did make a headdress that I that I burned, brick. I did the same thing you guys are doing on the Barbie's Dream House thing of laying in lines with a soldering iron and heat gun on a headdress. So here's some pictures of that. It's flocked. That, it counts, right?
Did it count?
It did count. It also is the strangest thing because the group is fairly active. There isn't a single response on that post. It posted. I can see that it's there. No likes, no hearts. I don't know. It might just be too far out of the realm of...
Not terrain. We're not going to talk about
Not terrain. We're not going to talk about it. We will not address it. John Sheffield says, I'm 51 and I haven't played in almost 30 years.
So I have a unique perspective on making things, obviously, but on my action figure stuff, there's a lot of folks who make their own play sets, and sometimes it just hurts to watch a little bit because of the materials choices they're making, and it's like, oh, I wish they knew about this, or I could mail them some of this,
Cat Swift says, I've spent the last few years taking tips learned here and sharing them with the terrain folks. I can't wait to see if I can give back some tips. Heck yeah. Big Dan Custom Art says, are you going live with the games or just building for them? I think we'll be going live with the games on Patreon.
which is pretty cheap.
Yeah. That will be for our paid Patreon members, as our live tonight is going to be. You still good to go till 10 tonight?
What time is it now?
It is 8:38.
Yeah, when is this one stopping?
We're gonna wrap this one up at 8:45,
Okay.
and then we will switch over to Patreon.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Karagoff says, "Fantastic, that counts." Yeah, I thought it counts. Yeah, so we will be releasing long form build videos on Patreon and the live game builds, and maybe we'll go live some on Patreon doing mini builds. I don't know, we'll see. That might just be a me going live. But then we will release all of it in a more tight edited format on YouTube on the new channel. Daniel Caruso says, "Hi Alan, I just want to thank you for the advice in using polyurethane on my zombie skull hair. It worked so great. Thank you. I love you guys."
Hooray! Happy to help.
Creative Doof says, "Hello people. Sorry for the late shout out, but I've been sick for the last few days. Hopefully TransWorld was a good one this year."
It was. A lot of people sick right now. Take care of yourself, everybody.
Yeah. Shadow Jim 81 says, "Hi Alan, what's up?"
Hello, Shadow Jim. And again, you know what? Every time Shadow Jim pops on and says hi, I think about scarecrows. Maybe I was talking about scarecrows the first time we talked. I don't know where the association came from. Shadow Jim equals scarecrows.
Creative Doof says, stay dry and safe. Bad weather might be stopping by. You heading out?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Auntie Alex has developed a migraine.
Oh no.
Alex, if you wait, what time is it now?
8:39.
Okay. If you wait 5 minutes or so, I can walk you out to your car.
Okay, Jen.
Say bye.
Bye.
We go back to the Osborne. There you go. Yeah. You're home safe. Shadow Jam 81 says, Alan, I think you're right.
So, this can is not empty. It's mostly empty, which means it won't spray like this anymore. It will only spray straight out, which makes painting this much harder.
We're already committed.
No. Pobrecita. Cheyenne Crook says, howdy, howdy, y'all. What's being made?
Howdy.
Pink palm leaves are being made. We're doing decorations for a big fundraising party. So we're doing decorations for that. And that is a side quest that my wife has put us on. And that's perfectly fine.
Creative Doof says, feel better. John Sheffield says, I was sick the last live and you guys helped me laugh and feel a bit better. My see you next Tuesday says, bye. Karagoff says, bye, Alex. Shannon Hopp says, please wait, Alex. You know the rules.
Mom's watching.
Daniel Cruson says, will you be making more Loctite head bust videos? I love them. They come out really awesome.
Yes, I'm sure I will. What's nice about those is that they're pretty fast. So if I don't have anything, right now we're in arrears in YouTube Wednesday. We have 4 videos that I know of shot,
Yeah.
waiting to be edited.
Jennifer Pugh says, Alex, thanks for posting doggo vids and kitty. All right, guys. Shannon says, I'm always watching. Creative Dude says, I have to ask, was the leprechaun outside this year?
Was what?
Was the leprechaun outside this year?
Outside of what?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. But I will answer as soon as I know what that means.
Just briefing everybody, in about 3 minutes, we're going to wrap this live stream up, and then we're going to launch a new one that will only be available through our paid Patreon membership. So I'm going to post.
It's Patreon.
It's Patreon.
Start the American.
So I will be posting a link in the Patreon for that live. If you're going to be joining us on the Patreon live, if you're a supporter of our Patreon, that's patreon.com/StillBeStudios. If you're going to be joining us there, make sure you open that link and like go to YouTube via that link. If you open it in Patreon and watch from there, if you comment on Patreon, we will not be able to see your comments on the live. I made a note about it on the Patreon as well, and there will be a note on the actual link when that gets shared too. So we would like to be able to.
I think that no one watches.
Yeah, we would love to be able to actually talk to you, and that would make. I know it's so fuming.
I love that you have the door just slightly cracked.
Only because Hallie had it open.
Yeah. Shadow Jim 81 says, Alan, you make a dragon head? That would be cool.
Dragon is on my list. I'm gonna make a dragon head, and I need some dragons. So
Yeah.
yes.
Creative Youth asked, did the leprechaun visit TransWorld?
No, we had a
The drug gnome.
Carol Queen, I guess we'll call it. I don't know. It was.
It was a weird little shroomy gnome.
Yes,
that
we had a different gnome than we have presented in the past.
Caroline Boland says, night everyone, nice seeing you at TransWorld. Jennifer Pugh says, the leprechaun was at TransWorld. Hallie was at TransWorld.
Junkie the gnome.
Junkie the gnome, there you go. John Hayes says, good night everyone. Creative Dude says, hop, nice. Edson says, good night creepers and good luck on the line.
Everybody, good night. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out with us. It's weird because I'm not going home now, but we're gonna keep going. There are more pink palm fronds to paint.
Creative Juice says no Patreon just yet. Thanks for the live stream anyways. I'll see you all next week. Absolutely. And you guys, like the Patreon is such a wonderful thing, and we are super happy that so many people support us there. We just wanted to do a little something for them that is just for them. So yeah. Karagoff says it's been a blast keeping you guys company. Good night all. Cheyenne Crook says good night. Edson Glute says you are the best. Justin Hill says I made a TikTok battle between the gnome and the spider. So far the gnome is winning.
Oh, goodness.
That's because people are messed up. That's why.
What's Justin's at on TikTok?
Yeah,
Oh, is he
Justin,
the-
what is your
Justin,
TikTok
what's your
handle?
TikTok at? Is it Haunted Hills?
Dylan Yarnhart says good night. All right, come say good night proper, and we'll end this one after Justin Hill comments. Now we're just waiting for Justin. Justin, what is your TikTok? Tell us your TikTok, Justin. Daniel Cruson says love you guys. We love you too, Daniel.
I could probably send you Justin's TikTok.
Probably.
Ooh, I haven't set a timer.
Haunted Hills. There you go.
There you go. Haunted Hills.
I am pausing my Friday Night SmackDown to go and watch the battle.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Go to this one.
Tripod
Make it
thing.
do this one. Say goodnight, Stacy.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Alex.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Go make stuff.